Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rafegal. This is Final Fantasy V Four Job Fiesta. Last episode was grinding in the basement. Probably the thing I spent the most time doing playing this game as a kid. I've tried to do a little experimenting, and I keep forgetting how far we have to go before we actually get to to the next area, which is a mountain. So what I'm going to do is buy some Revivifies, in case they work, and some Phoenix Downs, in case they work. I'm going to make sure I'm going to actually buy a few more softs. So I know this is going to be a story, a story progression episode, but first, I do want to kill a few more statues, mostly because I'm spending a lot of money on those Phoenix Downs. So this is going to be short. I'm only going to burn through some of the softs I've got right now, which is apparently moved because I switched because I switched my characters around. Okay, so these guys, earlier I was grinding for JP, or ABP, whatever it is in this game, ability points for your job, which these guys are great for. They are also great for money, and so, I mean, we'll get back here eventually and probably do another grind if we need the money, just because of the fact this is a very money-heavy party. We're gonna need to find another source of turtle shells later, I think, with the rate we're burning through them. So I really just want to get this extra cash, since I'm spending a bunch on Phoenix Downs, just in case I need to buy anything else. I mean, I honestly don't know if I need it or not. But it seems like a good thing to have. So I'm going to get it back up to around the same point I was, 25,000, 30,000, unless... Well, maybe not. I forgot how much those guys dropped. Okay. I'm just going to burn through down to about 10 softs or so. So one or two more fights. Couple more fights. We'll go with that. It'll get us a little bit more money. It's a few more Phoenix Downs if we wanted them. There is another town between here and where we're going, which is the Dragon Mountain. There will be another short grind session there. I'm not actually going to go way out of my way to grind on the dragon zombies, even though it sounds like it's an easy way to do it. They drop Dragon Fangs, so I'll probably have to come back for them at some point. But you know what? We're going to be in this world for a little while, and I want to actually play the game. It's harder to find time to do the long grind sessions, and it's a little easier to keep the game moving when you're doing it, when you're actually playing the game and progressing. Just double check where we're at on our... Okay. Galif is gonna get his next Chemist upgrade. That's what we're gonna... That'll be our point. I think Butts might actually finish up his ninja level at around the same time. That'll be a good stopping point. And I'll have a bit more money for anything that comes up, since I just spent like 20,000 on items that may or may not even do what I want. In case you're wondering, there's an undead enemy coming up called a zombie dragon. They drop a Dragon Fang Chemist item, and they die to... or they're undead, so they die to Phoenix Down. I'm not sure if I can use Revivifies to kill them. Some Final Fantasy games you can, some you can't. And I cannot for the life of me figure out which version this is. So, I bought some Revivifies, I bought some Phoenix Downs. Phoenix Downs cost 10 times as much, so if I can use Revivifies, I'm probably actually just gonna buy 99 Revivifies and go grind on those guys. Otherwise, Phoenix Downs are way more expensive, and grinding becomes a lot less productive that way. Okay. So, with that, make sure that I actually have everybody equipped right, because it's been a while, and I just want to make sure. Okay. So, the main reason I stopped to do that was because of this. Galif tells his guards, we're going out. And the guards are like, but the monsters will get in. So, you end up in this situation now where they're going to let you out, but shut the doors behind you. Which means you can't get back in the castle for quite some time. That's why I stopped to do that extra little grind. To get the money. And to make sure I bought items. I think that should do it. Yep. So, this is what I was talking about before. We can just temporarily switch Lenna to a red mage, even though she's a thief. And that should give us that extra, or give us a way to heal without as much, or without wasting MP, basically. Okay, there's gonna be a cutscene coming up here. We are gonna continue running away from things because we're gonna do our grinding efficiently. We'll fight zombie dragons when we get to the mountain. That's our goal. Okay, this is... Oh, everything's locked. Don't move. Okay, we get attacked by wolfmen. Kelgar. So he's one of the jerks who fought X-Death and then imprisoned him on the original world we were on. And we have an obnoxious cutscene where Butts and Kelgar fight each other, and Butts closes his eyes and strikes. and basically beats the crap out of an old man. Wolfman or not. And somebody happened to leave the door open. Yeah, that just happened. But we can actually buy things and go through now. And we suddenly find out that Dorgan, Butts' father, was one of the 4 people who originally fought Exdeath. We get more backstory. The 4 irresponsible jerks fought Exdeath, beat the crap out of him, then imprisoned him on another world so their world wouldn't have to deal with him anymore. Yup. Really. Dorgan only agrees because he's gonna stick behind and protect the world afterwards. Everyone else ditches. Awesome Mode 7 graphics! Okay. Dorgan is less of a jerk. I'll do whatever I can to help. I'll have my army of werewolves stop and open the door for you. Really? Okay. I'm not a huge fan of this, but we'll go for it. I think that extra defense boost and that little extra boost, the strength boost is way worth it on the ninja, which apparently all of these give. I wish I had realized that before I spent my money. Oh well. I suppose there's new items here too. Hey look, it's the spot where you can buy scrolls and rods, the things we need. Well, Okay. So, we're gonna need to come back to this town and buy some rods. Now, the rods in this world are not as good, bluntly. Okay. So, there is, I think, one fight we want to actually do during this. By the way, the rod that in question, the Venom Rod, I believe, does not actually do damage to the enemies, it just poisons them with a really high % chance. This is not the one I was questioning about, but it does not look like it works. Okay. Noted. Bone dragons are not zombie dragons. That is a zombie dragon. It also does not die to Revivify, but it should die to Phoenix Down. There we go. So, part of the reason this is important is also because, what? Okay then. Because if we accidentally use a drain attack on undead enemies, it hurts us instead. You can't use drain attacks on undead. They basically reflect it. Heals them instead and hurts you. So I'm intentionally just gonna skip through this. If we happen to fight, again, if we happen to run into zombie dragons, we'll fight them. But we're not gonna go out of our way for it right now. We can always come back. I'm pretty sure there's an opportunity to come back. I am not gonna pick up the bone mail. I know it's really good. No, I need to pick it up. Okay, bone mail makes you a zombie. That's exactly what it does. It literally makes you a zombie. So, the nice thing with that is, it has the highest defense of any armor in the game, I believe. And it is, or at least close. I'm not sure if every armor is a fair statement or not, but yeah. It's very powerful, we'll go with that. And it has, there we go. Magic power up. But yeah, so it basically makes you immune to a lot of status effects. That's actually what it gets used for. So yeah, the main thing it gets used for is it ignores stat effects. The downside is you have to be a zombie, which means you can't be healed. You take damage from a lot of stuff, or you take damage from healing instead. And now with Chemist, that actually can work out because the brain effects actually still work. Okay. By the way, you just saw there the power of sword dance. Yeah, I'm not sure these things are worth doing this for if it's that low of a chance. Just use 3 Phoenix Downs to kill one of those guys. I mean, you have the chance to kill them in one hit. Is this just a save point room? Yeah. I'm not super worried about this boss. The next boss is a plant that's going to summon lots of little plantling things. The reason I'm not worried is because we've got a bunch of AoE effects. So yeah, you can see there, huge defense bump, but not great otherwise. And the big problem is it auto-equips, so it's real easy to accidentally equip it. Okay. That's why I'm not super worried. We've got lots of... But I accidentally not put a... Oh my gosh, I screwed that up. He's supposed to have Combine, and he does not have it. That's okay. I'm gonna use the ninja to do the next step here. I'm not sure how I accidentally missed that, but oh well. Darn. We should still be okay, apparently. Fire Rod and Ninja Scrolls for crowd control combined to actually do damage. And I'm gonna have the ninja just for preservation of items. Just do normal fight. Which may or may not actually be useful. Let's see how this works. Apparently it doesn't? I'm confused. We'll leave it at that. Oh my gosh. I mean, the good news is this is not actually... I didn't get hurt during that fight at all. Just took longer than I would have liked. Okay. Lenna has a thing with deadly plants and saving dragons and other creatures at her own peril. Everyone's gotta have a thing, right? As I accidentally knock my headphones off my head and try to run away with one hand on the controller. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't have summons. It's not worth it at any point here. Yeah, we don't have an exit spell, so... Actually, do we have that ability from... No. Oh well. Basically just have to walk back to where we started. By the way, just since it is worth pointing out, those guys have a lot of XP behind them, so that's why it was suggested, along with the fact that they drop the Dragon Fangs, which can be used. It's not the same as the Drain Kiss, but it's that same level of damage, and I think the Dragon one actually can hit multiple enemies, so, could be good. Okay, Butts learned Throw. Which means the next one is Two-Hand. I'm just gonna leave him on it. Not sure why those guys are called Drippy. Some of the names in this game are weird. Okay, almost back to the castle. The guards are like, hey, you told us not to let you back in, so we're not gonna let you back in. You might be a spy. Yep. Again, really cool little detailed animation of the three of them getting down. Galuf goes down first to show them how it's done, and then Butts helps Lenna and Ferris. just that weird, there's an obvious dynamic between the characters, and that's really neat. It's subtle, but it's neat. Okay. Kara's sick for some reason. I think it's explained at some point here, but if you talk to everyone, but we're not going to talk to everyone. Gotta go fast. Okay, Lenna's gonna go... Mama Bird. Lenna is going to, once again, eat the extremely poisonous plant to make the dragon better, at risking herself to do so. Luckily, we know the antidote spell. Dragon's better. And Lenna passes out. Car's like, you idiot, here's an antidote. You're crazy. Yeah. Yeah, she is. Okay. And then Kara passes out, because apparently she can cast stones, but she can't take it. Okay, almost done. Cutscene land. And we are cleared for takeoff. So just like before, the dragon can fly, but it can't fly over mountains or land in forests. So we need to fly up here. And there's this one little passage out. I'm actually gonna stop and save here, because I've been playing for a little while, and I'm gonna end this video here before we get to the next section, or before we start the next section, because it's gonna be a little bit, and I'm not sure if I need to grind or not. So, stop here, give me a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos, check out my other videos, questions and suggestions in the comments. I'll try and respond to them if you post them, and have a good one.